Google, YouTube, Amazon, Facebook, Netflix, Snapchat, some of the world's biggest technology companies have made their home right here in Los Angeles. So if you are in that industry and thinking about moving to and relocating to Los Angeles, then this video is for you, because we're going to go over the different neighborhoods and regions that have become home to the tech industry in Los Angeles. And there are so many shortages of homes here and so many people coming here for this exact industry that you're going to get a leg up of having a better understanding of where it is that you may want to live, work, and play when moving to LA for the tech industry. There are over 4,000 venture capital-backed technology companies in Los Angeles. And what Los Angeles used to be known for was the entertainment capital of the world, the movie industry, film, TV, music. And now it is, in the last several years, it has become known for its tech sector. And the two are actually blended together with companies like Amazon and YouTube doing technology and entertainment. Sony's in the game now, Apple with their Apple TV. So a lot of these entertainment companies and tech companies have blended together to make one large sector here in Los Angeles. Los Angeles has become such a magnet for talent, creativity, the entrepreneurial spirit. A lot of it has to do with the universities and colleges here, right here in Los Angeles. And a lot of it is just a law of attraction, because so many companies have come here and creative minds are here that people from all over the country and all over the world are making LA their home to be part of this growing tech sector. It's not only these tech giants that I mentioned before and so many others, but it's all the startups, the unicorn companies, all of these small tech companies that are supporting the larger companies out there that have really grown and flourished right here in Los Angeles. So again, if you are in this industry, we're about to go over the different neighborhoods and the different areas where a lot of these companies are located, and you're gonna have a better idea of what it's like to live in these neighborhoods, work in these neighborhoods, and do a little play in these neighborhoods. Now, where exactly are the tech hubs, the tech center for Los Angeles? Now, in many cities across the country, their tech hubs are going to be closer to their downtown locations, but that's not the case here in Los Angeles. Our tech centers are along the coastline, along the beach, and has now become known as Silicon Beach. Now, many of you probably have heard of Silicon Valley in the Bay Area, Northern California. Well, in Los Angeles, we've got Silicon Beach, and frankly, I think it's better because who doesn't want to be by the beach? I grew up by the beach. People love the beach. The weather's fantastic. So being in the tech industry in Los Angeles, you've got the best of all worlds. You get to live, work, and play in some of the best portions of Los Angeles, along the coastline, along the beach. You get the sun at your back, best weather in the country, in my opinion, and you get to do it all while working in the industry that you love. Now, the coastal regions that I'm speaking of first is going to be Santa Monica, Venice, and the Marina Del Rey. Now, the heart and soul of Silicon Beach and what brought everything here really and what started it all was the Playa Vista community, but I'm going to separate that out and we're going to talk about that a little bit later in the video. Now, when I was growing up, when people thought beach, you certainly didn't think technology center of Los Angeles. It was just fun in the sun, surfing, laying out in the sand, beach volleyball, bike riding, rollerblading, all of the typical beach stuff. And the housing around it were a lot of times these old bungalows, smaller homes, kind of the beach style homes. But with the growth of all of these tech companies, it has become the catalyst for builders and developers to come in here and kind of transform what the experience is now like. Now, don't get me wrong, it's still all that fun in the sun, and the beach life is all still there, and I love going there. But now you just have this added element, and quite frankly, it has changed the landscape of the housing market. Now, when looking for homes in these areas, it is going to be expensive, and it always has been some of the most expensive real estate in Los Angeles, but even more so because people are taking some of these smaller homes. A lot of these developers have taken these smaller homes and have built these large, expensive homes to kind of meet the needs and the demands of the people working in the tech industry. Now, as we go through these different communities, you're going to see that while they're all along the coast and right next to each other, each coastal community has its own vibe, it has its own feel, and depending on what you're looking for, you're going to figure out what's going to be a best fit for you. So you're thinking about moving to Los Angeles for the tech industry, and you want something a little bit more upscale and high-end. Well, Santa Monica is going to be your place to be. Now, Santa Monica is its own separate city within Los Angeles. It's its own separate entity. It has its own government, its own police force, its own fire department, its own school district. So it runs separately within the city of LA. Now, this is great for Santa Monica because it's more localized services, not having to deal with the big bureaucracy of a large city like Los Angeles. But besides that, Santa Monica is a big draw because it is a host and a home of lots of forms of entertainment, especially if you want that beach lifestyle. Now, let's start off with the biggest draw of Santa Monica, and that is, of course, the beaches and the weather. It's really hard to beat both of these when comparing the rest of Los Angeles. It's big, expansive beaches, volleyball courts, great waves for surfing, sunbathing. They've got bike paths where people are working out. And of course, we have the famous Santa Monica Pier for entertainment with fun arcades, Ferris wheel, great restaurants. The Lobster, highly recommend it. And just really cool sightseeing and enjoying the water and the beach there. Now, moving inland a little bit, 3 streets to be exact. You've got 3rd Street Promenade, which is a famous shopping district in Santa Monica. Has great eateries, great dining indoor and outdoor, great shopping. Now, one of my favorite things about the 3rd Street Promenade, in addition to the food and the shopping, are the street performers. This is really unique to the area, and it's a really cool form of entertainment. They've got people from musicians, dancers, comedy acts, artists, all up and down 3rd Street doing free performances, gathering large crowds, and it's really just a really cool form of entertainment while you're dining outside or just walking up and down the street. Now, this connects to an outdoor shopping mall, which has more shopping and more dining. Now, in addition to 3rd Street Promenade, you have the Montana Avenue district, which is a little bit more high-end and upscale because the neighborhood actually north of Montana Boulevard is where some of the most expensive Santa Monica real estate is when you're not in the hills, because they have large homes, large lots, and along Montana Boulevard, you've got these kind of eclectic, chic, high-end shopping and high-end dining. It's about 3-4 blocks long, and it's a destination for most people living in Santa Monica and tourists themselves. So Santa Monica does come at a big price tag. It's one of the most expensive places in the tech industry neighborhoods and the Silicon Beach neighborhoods. And so it does come with a price, but you get the beach and you get some fantastic weather and great place to live with all forms of entertainment. Again, I'm Dave Fine with the Real Estate Dads, a licensed real estate agent right here in Los Angeles, and my team and I love helping people move and relocate to and from Los Angeles. So if you're thinking about making that move, make sure you hit us up at the contact information below. And if you like what you see, you want more videos like this, hit the subscribe button, tap the bell to get notified for new videos, hit the like button, and leave a comment. We always love to hear from people watching our videos. Now, if that's not quite your jam and you want something a little bit more artsy and gritty, then you may want to consider Venice, which is just south of Santa Monica. Now, Venice is known for the boardwalk, Abbot Kinney, and the Venice canals, and we'll get to that. Now, Venice comes at a little bit less of a price tag, but it's still very expensive because, of course, you're along the coast, along the beach. Now, it does have some great beaches. I'd argue maybe not as nice and as clean as Santa Monica, but very similar with expansive beach, expansive sand, volleyball courts, great waves, and etc. So, what do you get when living in a place like Venice? Well, you get the artsy crowd, especially when you're on the boardwalk where you see these bodegas selling all sorts of goods. The Venice boardwalk is going to be some of the most unique experiences you have when in Los Angeles. And again, if you like that artsy, beachy feel, the boardwalk is a great draw for you. They've got bodegas, they've got beach wear, beach shops, anything you expect to buy and purchase and entertain along the coast, you'll find at the boardwalk. Now, they also have street performers, but unlike 3rd Street Promenade in Santa Monica, this is a little bit more earthy, where you have a little bit more circus acts and grunge and grit, and a little bit out of the ordinary here. You'll see people doing stuff with snakes and different types of animals. You also have artists here, but again, it's more of a beach vibe. Here along the boardwalk, you'll find a little bit more street food and beach food, a little bit more casual eating. You also have the famous Muscle Beach basketball courts and racquetball courts where you'll find lots of competition. It's highly entertaining, highly recommend. Now, Venice Boardwalk, over the last few years, it's become a real magnet and draw for the homeless population. And you'll see homeless people in Santa Monica, just not quite as much as you would in Venice. Now, it's been cleaned up over the last year or so. Prior to that, there was actually a time where you wouldn't necessarily want to go. It was just overrun and inundated with campers and tents and kind of these tent cities. But the city has cleaned up the area, and so now it's a little bit better, but you still will run into that issue. Now, going inland a little bit by a few blocks, just like Santa Monica, a few blocks, you'll have the Abbot Kinney Boulevard. Now, along Abbot Kinney Boulevard is somewhat similar to Santa Monica 3rd Street Promenade, where it's a little bit more high-end, except this has a little bit more of a beachy vibe and chic vibe, a little bit more chill and relaxed than you will find in Santa Monica. But you're going to find indoor-outdoor dining, really cool shopping, great bars and some pubs, a couple clubs, and it's become a really cool destination for people that live in Santa Monica, and it butts up right against this residential area where you can easily walk to Abbot Kinney Boulevard for all of your entertainment and your shopping. You also have another neighborhood really close to Abbot Kinney known as the Venice Canals, and this has been inspired and kind of tried to recreate Venice, Italy, where you have these homes along these waterways, these water channels where you can actually get to your front door by boat, small boat, or like canoe and little rafts, but really neat, unique experience. Now they have streets more like alleys along these homes, so you don't have to get to your house by water. You can drive, no problem. But it feels really secluded and kind of away from it all. Truly unique lifestyle experience, and something that's really a draw for a lot of people wanting to move to Venice. Now, housing in general in Venice is going to be expensive, not as expensive as Santa Monica, but still pretty pricey because, of course, you're along the coast. Now, if neither one of these communities in Santa Monica or Venice are appealing to you and you more want that boat lifestyle, then you may want to consider the Marina Del Rey, where you'll have easy access to the waterways, the jetties, where if you have sea-doos or jet skis, or if you have your own boat or yacht you want to park, then the marina could be a place for you. Also, people live on these boats, so that could be an option for you if you're into that lifestyle and still want to be in that tech industry. Now, the marina, unlike Venice and Santa Monica, you're not going to find a lot of single-family homes. There are a few streets along the marina that you can find some single-family homes, but not too many. So expect more of a condo townhome lifestyle. But if that's what you're looking for, low maintenance, then the marina is for you. Now, they also have mid-rise and some high-rise condo living with full-on amenities, full-on services. So that's also unique to the marina. Now, the marina also provides some entertainment districts as well. One's along the wharf itself, very small, mainly catered to dining and foot traffic for like the bike path. Speaking of bike paths, you have this really nice access to the bike path along the coast that will connect you to the marina and along the rest of the beach. So if you're into biking or walking or jogging along the beach, the marina is a good fit as well. Now, the other entertainment spots are just a little off the coast, just by maybe a quarter mile, half a mile, where you're going to have your shops, restaurants, your movie theaters, and also kind of your day-to-day need necessities like your grocery stores, your banks, your dry cleaning, and other types of services that you would want in and around your neighborhood. Now, with all three of these Silicon Beach neighborhoods, you have tech giants and small startup tech companies and unicorn companies, so you can't really go wrong with either neighborhood. It really depends on the type of lifestyle, the type of vibe that you want. All three come with fantastic weather. I mean, you're along the coast in Los Angeles. It doesn't get much better than that. It just really depends on your price point, your lifestyle, and just kind of what you're looking for in general when moving and relocating to Los Angeles for the tech industry. Now, all three are also really close to Los Angeles International Airport. So if you are into that jet setting life, whether it's for work or pleasure, you're really close, especially in Marina Del Rey. But keep in mind that you're going to be about 45 minutes to an hour away from downtown Los Angeles. So if you are going to be going downtown, or if that's kind of what you like, your lifestyle and the forms of entertainment, or if you're really into sports and you want to go to some basketball games at Crypto Arena or see the Los Angeles Dodgers play, that's going to be quite a commute. If you're looking for football, it's a little bit closer at SoFi Stadium, but still you're going to be stuck in traffic, because if you hit the freeways or any type of streets, if you've seen any of my other videos, then you know traffic is a big issue in Los Angeles. Also, one of the biggest drawbacks for the Silicon Beach communities is the expenses, and not just the housing. The housing is really expensive because you're along the coast, get the best weather, but your day-to-day expenses, your groceries are going to be more expensive, cost of gas is going to be more expensive, entertainment, your dining experiences, all of that's going to come at a higher price tag because they know they can charge it. If you want more details about the cost of living and the lifestyle in each one of these neighborhoods, check out my channel. You'll find videos specific to the neighborhoods and Los Angeles in general. All right, let's talk about the heart and soul of Silicon Beach, what really put the tech center in LA on the map, and that is Playa Vista. Now, I've separated these out from the three coastal neighborhoods and communities that I discussed because it is slightly off the coastline by maybe a mile, so it's technically not right on the beach. I also separated this out because it is really a truly unique neighborhood, unlike any other in Los Angeles. So we're going to dive a little bit deeper into Playa Vista. Now, there are 50 companies alone just in Playa Vista, just in the community known as the campus, including big companies like YouTube, Google, Facebook, EA Sports, and many other smaller tech companies. Now, Playa Vista is a fairly newly built planned community, started around 2004 and has grown ever since. It used to be part of the Bayona wetlands, a marshland area that was home to Howard Hughes aircraft, and now it is a bustling, vibrant, live, work, play space, place that you never have to leave, almost kind of like the Truman Show, a place that almost feels too good to be true and so well manicured. Now, when you're living, working, and playing in Playa Vista, you've got so many things to take advantage of. They have movie theaters, they've got all the restaurants you can think of representing food from around the world. They've got some great shopping, but more so, they've got a lot of great open space. They have hiking trails, walking trails, dog parks. They have a big concert park right in the middle of the community where they do farmers market. They do movies out in the evening. They put on concerts. You also have some of your necessities there, like grocery stores, like Whole Foods. You have banks, dry cleaning facilities, you've got coffee places. It even has its own elementary school, so people that live in the community can send their kids there. And from what I understand, it's actually quite good. You can look it up in greatschools.org for its scores and test results. Now, in addition to all of this, you also have these community pools, community rec centers, you have a library, and it really just brings the community and the people that live there together. So when you're there, you're pretty much going to see the same people over and over again. People get to know your name. It's really become a tight-knit community lifestyle. So when you're living in Playa Vista, it's not just living there. It's really become a lifestyle. Now, to be prepared though, there really aren't any single-family homes there. If you want single-family homes in Playa Vista, they're going to be more of these vertical homes, 3 stories, with really no private lot or private land to speak of. Most of the Playa Vista living is going to be condos and townhomes, and that's just something that you're going to have to be okay with if you want to live directly in that community. Also, it comes at a pretty hefty cost, not just the real estate there and the cost of homes, but there are a lot of additional fees there. Now, if you want specifics and really big details about this, I suggest you go check out some of my videos on Playa Vista on my channel and you get more details. But basically, in addition to your mortgage payment, your property tax payment, your property insurance payment, you have community fees that are going to basically range from $750 up to $1,200. And this includes your HOA for the building that you live in, the HOA for the community, and something what's called a Mello-Roos tax that, again, if you want more details, please see my other videos. So it is pretty costly to live there, but it is a beautiful spot. And if you want to be right in the heart of Silicon Beach and the tech center of Los Angeles, then Playa Vista is the spot you want to be in. Now, we just talked about the heart and soul of Silicon Beach and the coastal communities. Now we're going to talk about Silicon Beach adjacent, because the tech world, the tech industry is moving and spreading from these coastal communities east and inward a little bit to places like Culver City and West Los Angeles. So if the coastal lifestyle isn't exactly what you're looking for, or if it's not quite in your price range, then you can move a little bit inland, where it's still pretty expensive given the cost of real estate in Los Angeles, but not nearly as much when living in those coastal communities. So we're going to start off with Culver City. Now, if you want great detail of the cost of living and a little bit more detailed information about Culver City specifically, I highly recommend you check out one of my other videos on Culver City on my channel. Now, Culver City is only about 3 to 4 miles away from the coastline, maybe about 10 minutes away from the beach communities. Now, Culver City has historically been known for the movie industry. If you weren't really working in the industry, you probably didn't know much about Culver City, but it is home to Sony Studios, Amazon Studios now, and many other small studios, digital studios, post-production studios have made Culver City their home and is still a big, big player in the entertainment industry. But now on top of that, it is now home to some of the biggest tech companies like Amazon and smaller tech companies as well. So Culver City is a fantastic place to be. It's kind of like a mix of suburban lifestyle along with entertainment. So the draw to Culver City is downtown as well as the arts district. Now, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, this was not a place you'd go to. There really wasn't much happening. But now with the bustling tech industry that has been thriving there, also revitalizing the entertainment industry, Culver City has become the destination and a great place to live, work, and play. Let's talk about the entertainment centers like downtown. It is active, it is fun, it is vibrant, where you're going to find indoor, outdoor eating, some fine dining along with casual eats, some good shopping. You've got coffee houses, you've got movie theaters there, and now it has become quite the draw for entertainment in Los Angeles, and it's continuing to be built out. Now, adjacent to the downtown Culver City, you have the Arts District, where they have this big art festival, usually held in October outdoors, where the studios and artists open up to share and show their work off. and you also have a lot of these smaller tech companies in these art districts as well. And adjacent to these two communities, downtown and the arts district, you have really nice residential neighborhoods where you can walk to these spaces, and it's a great place to live. In addition to all this entertainment, Culver City has a really cool park system that includes big open park spaces, kind of like your typical parks and recs, with pools, sports courts, open fields, but it also has some hiking trails in Kenneth Hahn Park and Baldwin Hills Overlook, where they have these great steps that people use to work out. They lead all the way up to the top, where you can get these fantastic, spectacular views of downtown Los Angeles, especially after it rains and the sky clears. It's beautiful, but you get to overlook all of West LA. So it has a really cool blend of entertainment, outdoor activities. Culver City is a great place to be for being in the tech industry and having a little bit more of that suburban life. All right, now we're going to talk about one of the newest tech campuses in Los Angeles, and that is in the West Los Angeles neighborhood. And it used to be home to the West Side Pavilion, which was an indoor mall, one of the biggest ones in the Los Angeles area, and some place that I used to frequent quite often. Well, they have completely transformed this indoor mall into a mix of glass and steel workspace and outdoor green space, making it a perfect place to work and kind of have those creative juices by stepping outside, enjoying the sun, enjoying the vitamin D, and then getting back into work. They've got places for your bikes, they've got walking paths, and large companies like Google, Netflix, Amazon, Riot Games, and more are making their home right there in One West Side, this new tech campus right in the West Los Angeles area. Now, when people think West LA, it actually is an overarching name or designation for the western portion of Los Angeles. But where this tech hub is, you're right adjacent to places like Century City, which has a huge business center and shopping district. You're close to Westwood, which is home to UCLA. And you're also adjacent to residential neighborhoods like Mar Vista, which is sandwiched between Venice and where this One West Side campus is going to be. Now, with this new tech center in West LA, it is going to draw more and more restaurants, more and more shopping, and it's just going to grow the entertainment portion of this neighborhood, because mostly this place was known for just being kind of a sleepy residential area with a big shopping center right in the heart of it. But now, with the tech industry coming in and more people wanting to move here, the market for growing the entertainment sector and shopping sector and restaurant industry is going to grow tenfold, with the industry being right there. Now, in addition to these tech hubs in Silicon Beach, you do have technology companies spread all across Los Angeles. The San Fernando Valley is growing with tech. More and more software development companies are making their home in the San Fernando Valley. And then in places like Burbank and Glendale, there are a lot of tech companies going there as well. And downtown is now attracting more and more of the tech industry. But for the most part, if you're going to be looking for the tech centers, the tech hubs, and when you're moving to Los Angeles and thinking about living here, you are going to be close to the coast, which is a plus. It's a bonus. It's great. The cost of living is expensive, but it is a beautiful lifestyle. So Silicon Beach and the adjacent areas, when you're thinking tech, thinking Los Angeles, that's going to be where you're going to want to look. So again, if you are thinking about moving here and relocating to Los Angeles and the surrounding areas for that tech industry or for whatever reason, my team and I love helping people make that move. Make sure you contact us at the information below. If you like what you see in these videos, subscribe, tap the bell to get notified for new videos, hit the like button, and comment below so we can see and hear from our audience and answer any questions that you have.